Lieutenant General.
I purposely came here this morning, in fact, that I'm going off to Boy Scout camp for a week on Sunday, and I'm not packed yet. So, a lot of challenges there. Fortunately, Walmart is 24/7, so I think I'll do okay.
Yes.
As many of us here, most of us here have, Dave served the nation 20-plus years in the Army Corps of Engineers. He was the head of the local Corps of Engineers, so he's very familiar with wetlands, water, all those kind of EPA challenges that we all face. So when he joined as a deputy city manager for the city of Virginia Beach, I guess they officially assistant deputy city manager, public works, public utilities, roads, traffic, think of all those infrastructure things that go on in the community. All those fall under the oversight leadership capacity of Mr. Hansen. Now, he's probably one of the assistant city managers that I talk with the most, because all those things are the big bill things, as you can imagine. And the number one thing on as always is roads, and of course transportation in general. He's always been very straightforward. And I also understand that all the city staff has to do the bidding of the majority. That's often not my fault, but I do respect the fact that that's the job that he has. So today when he talks to you, brings that experience from both Army Corps of Engineers experience of managing a fairly big organization here, is he's going to be educating you on what the city staff organization is doing to implement the will of the majority that the council has provided. I know many of us here wish it was a different direction, but I think you can educate on what that direction is and how you can engage, but Dave's not in a position to change the direction that he has. But I have found him to be not only very competent, but very engaging and very much motivated to do what's best for Virginia Beach within the direction that they have. So, no further ado, my good friend Dave Hansen.
Always on edge when you get into public. Okay, what are we doing here, you know? So, my job is to wake my computer back up, so I apologize. Before we get going, it's going to make me log back in, so take 30 seconds to do this. I was asked to come, spend some time with you all, and talk about a myriad of things related to transit. And that transit stuff is, it's very complex. You have the discussion that concerns everybody here, and that is the juice worth the squeeze? Can we really afford to pursue an investment in light rail? Can we really afford to create a taxation system, a funding mechanism that is equitable and fair to accomplish it? And is the return on that investment worth it? Is the current technology that is being used in light rail construction and operations the most cost-effective type of system that we have or can use? How do we pursue cost-sharing arrangements with the state so that we do in fact have an opportunity to actually build something that might work? It's not an easy answer, and as a result, we have on staff been looking at other technologies contrary to the direction of our state and the belief of some people that were involved in another technology development over about 15 years, since the middle of the 90s. That discussion began, and then with the project that occurred at ODU. And so there's a system called magnetic levitation that's called maglev for short, and it's a different kind of technology. And I was asked to say, what do you know about, what can you bring? Coincidentally, Jim Wood was on a mission for the city council, the sister cities, international partnership with cities, Japan, Nagoya, and another city there, and then the Philippines and some other Asian cities are partners with the city of Virginia Beach. And so he was on an ambassador mission to do that. And I kind of worked with him and said, would you be willing to go 2 days early? Because I still got to fly over there to do this mission. But would you be willing to go 2 days early and make a trip to a city that has a working urban maglev system? And he said, yes, I would do that. And so, why is that important? Jim Wood serves the citizens of Virginia Beach and the City Council as a member of the HRT Commission here in the Hampton Roads region. So he sits on that board. He's also was a huge skeptic of maglev because of the ODU experience and the influence that the state and everybody was talking about. So getting him out the door, getting him there, and getting him on the ground is the best way to have a report back from the biggest skeptic that we had, one of the biggest skeptics, and said, would you go out there and take a look at what this thing is. So, got him out the door, sent him to Nagoya, and lo and behold, he comes back with a video.
Curio line also constitutes
And
an
what I'm going to do
industrial
is try to
cultural
outsmart my
base
computer.
with a concentration of universities.
And I think we're going to start right here. So we'll spend about 6-7
In
minutes watching this.
2005, the highly anticipated Lanimo began operation as Japan's first magnetic levitation motor car employed as an authentic working passenger railway. This next-generation transit system is comfortable, safe, and environmentally friendly. And the way Lanimo's various features are designed to harmonize with urban development in the 21st century has made it the focus of attention from around the world. The Tobu-Kyuryo line Lanimo, which runs 8.9 kilometers from the Nagoya Municipal Subway's Fujigaoka Station to Banpaku-Yakusa Station on the Aichi Loop Railway, includes 9 stations along the way, requiring just 17 minutes to travel from one terminus to the other. The section from Fujigaoka Station to Hanamizuki-Dori Station is underground, while an elevated rail runs the rest of the way to Banpaku-Yakusa Station. Lanimo has a top speed of 100 kilometers per hour. Comprising of 3 cars, the train has a rider capacity of 244 persons. Favored with an abundance of natural scenery, the area along the Tobu-Kyuryo line also constitutes an industrial cultural base, with a concentration of universities, research facilities, and cultural and recreational facilities, all of which has been planned in consideration of environmental concerns. Lanimo incorporates the latest in leading-edge technology in order to provide a transit system for the new era, designed in consideration of the environment suited for an area meeting the requirements of the new age, comfortable to ride, equipped with advanced features. This is the first application of the normal conducting of electromagnetic levitation linear induction motor propulsion system in a commercially operated railway. The Lanimo system is known as HSST, short for High-Speed Surface Transport. Since Lanimo uses magnetism to lift the cars and a linear motor to propel them, it does not have any wheels. When electric current is fed to the electromagnets fitted under the carriages, the magnets are attracted to the rails, causing the vehicle to lift. The magnetically levitated vehicle is then propelled by the linear motor. A linear motor can be thought of as a rotary induction motor laid out flat, whereas a rotary motor produces a rotational force. A linear motor generates force in a straight line. This propels the vehicle with a smooth sliding motion. Since this mechanism involves no contact between wheels and rail, as with conventional trains, it is unaffected by rain, snow, or other such weather conditions. And with no wheels to spin, it accelerates smoothly, even on slopes. Furthermore, Linimo is equipped with the ATO, Automatic Train Operating System. All controls, from starting to running and stopping, are performed automatically. Linimo boasts advanced features one would expect from a transit system for the 21st century. Since the train levitates, it creates little noise or vibration for a smooth, comfortable ride. This form of transportation thus also exerts minimal impact on the environment along the tracks. The linear motor drive also gives the train better acceleration for smoother travel, even on steep gradients and tight curves. The cars are constructed such that they hug the rails, eliminating concerns about derailment or overturning. Not only are the cars lighter than conventional railway carriages, which thus reduces friction, this system further benefits from lower operational costs, including costs for construction and maintenance inspections. Construction on the Tobu-Kyuryo line Linimo began in 2002 and was completed in 2005, roughly 3 years later. The inaugural ceremony in 2005 was followed with great interest, and regular rail operations commenced on March 6th, immediately prior to the opening of the 2005 World Exposition Aichi, Japan. Linimo is being used as a primary means of transportation during Expo 2005, carrying visitors from nations the world over to the Expo site in comfort and safety. Linimo is an advanced transit system in the Nagoya-Tobu-Kyuryo area. Heretofore highly dependent on automobile transport, this locale has been in need of a new means of access to the central urban area. The birth of Linimo constitutes the formation of a wide-region public transit network. With more new development and growth foreseen in this area, Linimo is certain to play an important role in relieving roads of a significant amount of automobile traffic, while remaining capable of further increases in traffic in the future. Linimo presents the realization of the magnetically levitated vehicle, a vehicle that once was just a dream. Linimo, the passenger transit system for the new era, provides the environmental performance, comfort, safety, advanced design, and other superior advantages that are indispensable to urban development in the 21st century. A comfortable ride, carrying passengers in safety, environmentally friendly, Linimo carries dreams into the future.
Jim Wood said it best when he culminated his discussion with the city council to say his summary thoughts on this was that it was a system that worked, and as a result, he was able to put together a PowerPoint presentation that I can't see, so I'm going to try to do this thing to... Yeah, we can't put that up on the speakers. All right. If you say you're going to go down this road, then it's important that the city council see all potential aspects of what transit could be. If I told you that you could build twice the length of transit through this technology as opposed to the current technology that's being used in the tide and across the nation, then why wouldn't we pursue an activity to fully develop a look at that technology and be able to, in the end, provide a cost analysis to the city council so that they fully understood their options. And that was the purpose of sending Jim to 2 days in advance of his ambassador mission, and he was quite impressed when he got back. And so those discussions have yet to play out with the city council, and there are a lot of discussion points yet to happen. I would echo Councilman Moss's comments about the will and intent of the majority of council, but I would also say to you all as taxpayers, as I am, the decisions haven't been fully made, and we have a long way to go. And so my discussion today is to kind of reinforce what Mr. Greenham did when he stood before you and made a presentation about, as your Transportation Committee Chairman, his thoughts about what is light rail. And I couldn't agree with you more. It's not about ridership by any means, and it's certainly not about getting cars off the roads. And I even forwarded to John another letter yesterday, another emerging opinion that says, look, if you think light rail is all about getting cars off the road, you're sadly mistaken. It has nothing to do with it. It really is an argument about transit-oriented development, land use, socialized land planning, and John is very eloquent in his non-support of that position, and some of you all may feel that same way, but that is the crux of the discussion that's going on in urban America, and that is maybe not exactly where we live or where we want to live, but maybe where the future working class, young professionals, and even retired professionals may want to reside in the future. It also deals with our current concepts of strategic growth areas, of our comprehensive land use, and so a couple of the things that goes into a decision of light rail are based on decisions and acceptances that occur long before the decision of creating a transportation technology or an investment of this magnitude. It's done in the discussions every 5 years of the comprehensive plan. I dare say every member here attended at least one SGA meeting somewhere in the myriad of SGA planning that went on, strategic growth area planning that went on to see what this is. This is really a discussion about land use, and it's a long-term process. And so the discussion about whether or not you're going to move to a public transit system, those decisions are being formulated long before the actual, are we going to put our money on the table and approve a